Hey guys, this is Chris from Empire Bricks and welcome to another LEGO Star Wars set review. Today we're having a look at set 7151, the Sith Infiltrator. It was released in 1999. It has 244 pieces, just one minifigure, and it retails for about $30. So before we have a look at the ship, let's start with the one and only minifigure that comes with this set, and that is Darth Maul. So, it's actually a pretty good minifig if you consider that this ship was the first wave of LEGO Star Wars sets. He comes with this chrome-plated lightsaber hilt, and I'm really happy to have a version of this ship that is in near mint condition. So it looks just amazing. There's just a few pieces of the chrome missing, but from some sides it's just like new. And it has the two red blades, even though in some scenes he just uses one of them. But it is a double-sided lightsaber. So he has the iconic red face, but there is no double-sided face. This is the first wave of LEGO Star Wars sets. They didn't do double-sided faces back then. And he has a standard black hood. He comes with the starched fabric cape. There's no back printing, no leg printing, but there is some printing on the front, but that's pretty simple. It's just a robe. But still, I think this is pretty great minifig with the great lightsaber, and he has the hoodie, and he has the cape, the double-sided lightsaber. So I think this is one of the best minifigs of the first wave for sure, and I'm really happy to have them with this set in such a good condition. Putting him on the side for a moment, let's have a look at the ship. And this is where the fun begins, because like I said, this is a set that has 244 pieces. So that's, a little bit over 2 microfighters. And if you have a look at this ship, and I'll just put Darth Maul in front of it, you can see how absolutely huge this ship is for such a low number of pieces. And also there are some spare pieces, of course, and the pieces for Darth Maul itself count as well. So I think the ship itself is just 230 pieces, and that's just 2 microfighters. And it's just crazy how big of a ship you can build and how accurately it can be built with such a low piece count. Having said that, let's have a look at all the features. So there's a couple of things you can do with this ship. It's based on the episode 1 Sith Infiltrator that you can see in the movie. And Darth Maul actually comes out of the ship with a sort of a speeder. So if we go to the back of the ship, we can actually see that there's a large printed canopy piece that you can open up. And inside there is the speeder that you can put Darth Maul on. Now I have to say that it's a little bit hard to get him in here sitting down with his cape on. So that's kind of a downside of this thing. But it looks okay for, it has only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces. And it actually looks a bit like the speeder in the movie. So I think that's a good thing. Also, this chamber where you can put the speeder in, I think you can even put it in there with Darth Maul on it, is also the cockpit. And that is a bit of a downside. There is no official cockpit to put Darth Maul in. This is the only place that he goes. I do love the printed piece though, but as you can see on top there's another printed tile over there, and this kind of suggests that there is another cockpit over here, but there isn't. It's just the space that is used by the speeder. So let's put that aside and turn the ship back around. Another function, of course, is the wings. I think this is the most accurate depiction of how the ship actually looks, although it's a lot more rounded in real life, but you can slightly adjust the wings. These hinge pieces are still really heavy, but as you can see it still works. So I think it looks pretty good like this, but you can actually open them up. I'm not sure if the actual ship can open the wings up as well, but it's just something that you can pose and change any way you like. So that's the second feature. And there's another one, because in episode 1, Darth Maul comes with a couple of these round spy droids. I'm not sure what the name is, but they come out of the ship and they start looking for Anakin and Qui-Gon. And they are included in this ship. So you can actually open up the, well, what's supposed to be maybe the engine room or the cargo space. And then there is 3 of these guys in there, which are supposed to resemble those spy droids. So you can take them out and send them on a mission, and then you can fly away and then start searching for Qui-Gon and the rest. So that's kind of neat. And also I like the way how simple they are built, although I think it would have been better if this gray handlebar would have been black as well. But if you have some spare black heads and some of these handlebars, which I think a lot of people do, you can actually make more of these, or kind of mod them or mock up your own, because there's space for at least 3, maybe even more in here, and there's some space over here as well. So there's lots of stuff you can store in here. So those are the features. Let's go to the overall look. Like I said, it has only 244 pieces, and I think that for such a piece count, this ship looks great. I mean, there's just a few things I would have changed, because there's no cockpit that you can put the figure in. Okay, I understand that, but it would have been nice if there would have been more of a cockpit piece over here. So they solved that with a printed piece, a printed slope that you can see over here. But I think it would have been nice to have something of a transparent or glass cockpit piece over there to actually make you think that there is an inside. But I do understand why they opted not to. And also I think this part is a little bit square, because there's these wedge bricks over here. And I think they could have easily used some wedge plates as well and make it look a little bit more pointy to the end. But overall, I think this ship looks great. It does come with only one minifig, and I think that brings me to the conclusion of this review, is that this is actually a pretty great set, especially for the piece count. I think you can still pick it up for a pretty decent price. So the biggest pros are definitely how it looks, and I think there's just a great minifigure included, but it's only one, and that's one of the biggest downsides. I think this is just, it needs another minifig, maybe a Palpatine minifig or something like that, because it would have been weird to include a Qui-Gon and not an Obi-Wan. But I think Qui-Gon could have been included because they battled a one-on-one in the movie, so that would have been an option. But overall, I think this is a pretty great set. It's a nice set to build. It is a little bit wiggly and not too sturdy, but I think that's just how sets were back then. I think if you take any fire truck or police car from that same era, I think you would have the same problem, that they are not as sturdy as they are today. So that's it, guys. I really hope you like this review. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you at the next video.